Hello, my lovely wolf pack, and welcome back to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I cannot wait to get started, but before we do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with all your friends, and literally everybody that you know, and join the pack today. All right, guys, my friends, our amazing president has done it. This is fantastic news for today, considering I thought this was going to be a doom and gloom night for this channel, but thankfully our president has come through for us. Now, I do just want to really quick, before we get into it, I want to remind you guys that we do have an X space open right now. It's completely open right now so that we can take questions and comments at the end of the show. Nobody's in here right now, so it might not happen. If nobody comes into the X, then we're just going to completely bypass it and end the show at the end. But if anybody comes in, then we're going to make sure that we can get their questions and comments. I want to start doing this, but every time I do it, I feel like nobody comes into the space to do their questions and comments, so it hurts my feelings, guys, but it's okay. No, if nobody comes in, that's fine. I just wanted to give people the opportunity to go ahead and have questions, comments about this, because this is a big news story, guys, so we'll go ahead and get into it right now. The U.S. and Iran have made a 2-week ceasefire deal. Donald Trump has negotiated and did what he does best. Now, we are going to kind of remain cautiously optimistic about this, but at least for the time being, it seems that the Donald has done it. Yes, the Donald. That's what I'm going to call him today. He's done it. What me and my viewers have always trusted that he was going to do. This is classic first-term Trump. I told you guys earlier today that the tricky thing about Trump has always been that our enemies never really know what he's going to do, and that's pretty awesome to me. Who knows, man? Who knows? Honestly, that's the kind of great thing about President Trump sometimes when it comes to these kind of wars, is you don't know, man. He could be just trying to scare you, or he could be serious. You never know, dude. You never know. And as we suspected earlier, the naysayers are coming out in full force to simply, I think, basically be contrarian at this point. We called it again, guys. People on the right, too, sadly, are just going wherever the political winds are blowing. Oh, the only thing I can really think of here of what's going on in the conservative media space is some of these people are kind of just going wherever the political winds are blowing, I suppose. So, guys, say what you want about leftists. I guess at least they're freaking consistent, guys. So I do want to go ahead and just get straight to the news here. Let's see if I can pull this up. Be patient with me there, guys. I got slow internet. All right, so we got this from Fox News. Trump pauses Iran strikes for 2 weeks to negotiate 10-point peace deal. A 10-point peace deal. Interesting. So, just like I thought, guys. Everybody's literally all day today. It was just World War III is starting. We're all gonna die. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, it's Iran, guys. Let's fucking calm the fuck down. They're basically a third world country. We can just calm down. So I'll read this article real quick here from Fox News. Iran released a 10-point plan to secure an end to the conflict with the United States, including a demand for the lifting of all sanctions and for Washington to allow its uranium enrichment program. Yeah, we'll see how far that goes. Anyway, Iran allegedly claiming victory against the United States in a statement published by state media with their 10-point plan would demand continued Iranian control over the Strait of Hormuz, acceptance of enrichment, and lifting of all primary and secondary sanctions. So we'll see how far this goes. I'm not really happy with a negotiation like that, but let's read on to see what Trump got for us. The wish list, reportedly presented through mediators in Pakistan, insists upon the United States military withdrawing from the Middle East, as well as an end to attacks on Iran and its allies. Their demands also include expanded Iranian control over the vital Strait of Hormuz, which sees about a fifth of the world's oil. It is to be noted, this is a quote, it is to be noted that the adoption of such a resolution shall render all these agreements binding under international law and shall constitute a significant diplomatic victory for the Iranian nation, Iran's Supreme National Security Council said in a statement reviewed by the Times of Israel. Yeah, we killed your president, basically, in your, newly appointed one is in the hospital in a coma right now, but yeah, sure, we'll give it to Iran. Sure, well, wink, wink, and nod, nod that you have it was a diplomatic victory for you. You know, we just pretty much obliterated your shit, and it took us threatening your civilian infrastructure for you to finally actually say, oh, okay. But we know how governments work, guys. You guys have been, if you've been here since the long run with the Wolfpack Media, you already know if you've watched enough of our shows. We get the game, we get the PR game, we get the diplomatic game when it comes to all these governments. Government is never going to admit defeat. You can pretty much wipe them off the face of the earth, and they'll still go, we somehow won. And we get it. Anyway, let's read on here. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt announced on X earlier tonight that the United States achieved and exceeded. So see how you see both sides are going to say that they won. Anyway, they achieved and exceeded our core military objectives in 38 days during Operation Epic Fury. This is a victory for the United States that President Trump and our incredible military made happen, Leavitt wrote. From the very beginning of Operation Epic Fury, President Trump estimated this would be a 4 to 6 week operation. Here we are. And we're a little bit over the 6 week mark, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Leavitt's post celebrating the military's unbelievable capabilities comes as President Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire with Iran via Truth Social. Thanks to the unbelievable capabilities of our warriors, we have achieved and exceeded our core military objectives in 38 days, Leavitt added. Leavitt foreshadowed a press briefing Wednesday morning with Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane at the Pentagon, writing more on that tomorrow morning. The press secretary wrote that there is an opening for a diplomatic solution with Iran. The success of our military created maximum leverage, allowing President Trump and the team to engage in tough negotiations. That we have now created an opening for a diplomatic solution and long-term peace, Leavitt wrote. Before closing, Leavitt also touted Trump's reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Never underestimate President Trump's ability to successfully advance America's interests and broker peace, Leavitt concluded. Yeah, he literally wrote the book called The Art of the Deal, bro. So I don't know why the panicking are panicking. The grifters are grifting. Let's see here. We got some shit from the Japan, but we don't care about what the Japanese have to say about this. We're gonna scroll down. We're gonna scroll down into the peace deal right here. So, Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif, took to X on Tuesday night. That was just a little bit ago. Kind of breaking news as we're reporting in, announcing the ceasefire between the United States and Iran effective immediately. Sharif also invited both countries to Islamabad. Isn't that a mouthful? Islamabad. Islamabad. In 3 days' time to continue negotiations. I warmly welcome the I don't know that word, Sagittarius gesture, and extend deepest gratitude to the leadership of both the countries and invite their delegations to Islamabad on Friday, April 10th, 2026, to further negotiate for a conclusive agreement to settle all disputes, Sharif wrote. Sharif also touted the remarkable wisdom and understanding of both the United States and Iran in this post. It's a really interesting. I really find it interesting that Pakistan, of all places, is speaking on both sides of its mouth, but I digress. We'll read on. Both parties have displayed remarkable wisdom and understanding and have remained constructively engaged in furthering the cause of peace and stability, Sharif wrote. We earnestly hope that the Islamabad talks succeed in achieving sustainable peace and wish to share more good news in coming days. The Prime Minister concluded his post by tagging leaders from the United States, including President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, as well as those in Iran. All right, we're gonna keep reading here. I'm gonna make sure you guys get all the information that we have as we're getting it. So, the supreme leader of Iran, Mojtaba Khamenei, is reportedly incapable of running the country, according to the intelligence assessment. We kind of went through some of this earlier today. Obviously, he's basically in a coma, guys. He is absolutely worthless, which is why I think it's funny that Iran's like, this is we succeeded, and I'm like, oh, okay, guy, you're like that would be like, guys, imagine, like, put yourself in their shoes and imagine that if President Donald Trump was like, the White House got bombed and he was in a fucking coma because of it. Yeah, dude, no, that's not a win. Here in America, we would not consider that a win. We would actually be freaking the fuck out. These fucking people. You gotta love PR, even from a third world country, apparently. Apparently, it doesn't matter if you're a third world country, you still have press relations. Absolutely asinine. I do want to kind of talk about here, we got this in the article about the economic stance of how this is going to affect us. We've already seen immediately after this ceasefire was announced and the Strait of Hormuz would be opening back up, we immediately seen oil prices immediately significantly drop. So this is going to be a good thing for us economically. This is always Trump's plan from the very beginning. Like, guys, I don't know why. Like, come on, man. Like, you realize this guy is a billionaire for a reason, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody makes excuses like, oh, he got given money from his dad. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. Like, the funny thing that the people that say this shit about Trump isn't a good businessman are always the people of like, what have you done with your life, fucking fuckface? What the fuck have you done? How are you gonna talk shit to a dude that's made billions of dollars when it's like you work at McDonald's, dude? Fucking shut the fuck up. Like, stay in your lane, dude. Shut the fuck up. Tired of that bitch ass nonsense. So we're gonna read a little bit more here on how this is gonna affect us economically. Dow futures jumped more than 900 points in the hours following President Donald Trump's announcement that he would suspend his bombing campaign against Iran. The surge came after Trump announced a double-sided ceasefire contingent on Iran reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has agreed to open the waterway for a 2-week period while both sides negotiate an agreement to end the conflict. I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks, he says. So for the time being, guys, like I said, let's remain skeptically kind of optimistic here. Let's be optimistic. Let's not swallow black pills, but let's kind of let the waters cool off a little bit before we get too excited. I lost my place. Trump wrote on Truth Social he received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. The White House discusses potential in-person meeting with the U.S. and Iranian officials. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess Trump should be really careful if he decides to do this. But from what it seems like they're going to be meeting in Pakistan if this does happen, which is I guess is a neutral zone as far as you can say. The White House said talks were ongoing regarding a potential in-person meeting between America and Iranian officials. There are discussions about in-person talks, but nothing is final until announced by the president or the White House, said White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. American, Iranian, and Iranian heads of state have not met in person for decades following the Iranian Revolution in 1979. So, once again, that's why I was kind of like, let's not hold our breath on this one. Let's not hold our breath on this one. Yeah, 1979, we haven't met with these people in a while. We got some stuff here on the technology they used to kind of attack Iran and the hours leading to this. We're gonna skip that. Okay, so we got some information on Israel regarding this. So Israel has agreed to suspend its bombing campaign in Iran as part of a last-minute deal reached between Tehran and President Donald Trump. On Tuesday night, Donald Trump announced a double-sided. Yeah, we already read that. Israel has also agreed to a ceasefire. Reuters reported, citing two White House officials. Oh, yep. Yeah, I feel like we're just repeating ourselves here in this article. Learn how to write articles. I'm talking to you too, Fox News. I feel like I'm reading a fucking liberal newspaper right now. What the fuck? Quit burying the lead. Give us the information. I'm trying to give my listeners information, okay? Facts and information. And sometimes mainstream media is so terrible at that, they just bury the lead. I'm gonna skip through some shit. We're gonna skip through some shit. They're talking about how, yeah, we basically fucking decimated their navy. That's to be expected. We got some talk on the Houthis near the key shipping lane in the Red Sea. Maybe we should kind of touch on that just for a minute. So I'll read here. Iran-backed Houthi forces are raising the prospect of a second global shipping choke point in the Red Sea, threatening to deepen pressure on energy markets and global trade as the conflict with Iran intensifies. Well, it's not intensifying anymore. Why is it acting like why do I feel like the further I get in this, the further back in the day I'm getting? Yeah, anyway, we'll just go ahead and let it go there on the article, because it doesn't seem like we have too much more information there. But I think this is a good thing, guys. I think this is fantastic news. But like I said, we're already seeing the naysayers. That what pisses me off the most about this whole thing right now, because like I said, overall, all fantastic news that I kind of had assumed that we were gonna get. I told you guys earlier in the day in my first segment that I did earlier this morning that this was probably all gonna work itself out. But you never know. You never know. Donald Trump doesn't make empty threats, but he also is the master negotiator in these kind of situations. The man's always playing 4D chess. We knew this from his first term, the way he was always threatening North Korea and then somehow worked out things with North Korea. I think the same thing's going on here. The only difference is that we fucked them up, dude. Iran literally didn't really have a choice. They acted all big and tough this morning. All big and tough, like they were gonna fucking do something. Why do I keep hold on, guys, sorry. I'm trying to stay on here. I'm trying to stay on our X space. I keep getting booted off my own. I keep getting booted off my own X space. I'm getting really pissed off about that. Anyway, sorry for the interruption there, but yeah, guys, I don't see how it was ever going to end up anything less than what we got today. I was really hopeful, but once again, let's remain kind of cautious about our optimism. Great news, fantastic news. We got a white pill instead of a black pill because the entire day I felt going through the news cycle that it was just, I was looking at all doom and gloom and whatever. But it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be okay. I think we'll be good. I trust our president, man. We voted for him. We have to trust him. What's the point? If what was the point of voting for the man if you didn't trust him? And I see everybody like blowing with the wind of political influence on social media, and I'm just like, you guys never were really in it, man. You were just in it for the money. So, and the views and the clicks and whatever. But you guys, you know us. I said it earlier today. We don't get paid. We po as fuck. Po as fuck. But our opinions are genuine. We don't fall under audience capture, none of that shit. So we're gonna say what we think, and we're gonna trust Trump. We're gonna trust Trump till the end. There's a lot of people that are gonna call us idiots and call us naive and whatever for it, but I was in for Trump from the beginning. I'm in for him now. I'm not gonna stop till the day he walks out of office. I'm gonna be for what Trump's doing, and it's not even whether I'm for or against. It's I trust, I trust his way of doing things. I always did. Like, what made you guys think that his second term was gonna be much different than his first term? I don't know. He's a master at doing these negotiations. He's a master at making people think that he's gonna like destroy your fucking whole entire country. Like, cause dude, even I was a little bit convinced. I was like, I don't know. He could. He could actually do this. Like, don't take Trump's words slightly. And I like that. I want a leader like that running our country. It's better than sleepy fucking Joe Biden, guys. Like, you motherfuckers, you fucking grifters. Like, did you forget the past 4 years? Like, fuck it, man. Whatever. Anyway, so we do have the call-in part of the show open. I don't really have much more to say about this. I just wanted to make sure before I went to bed and decided to relax, I wanted to get you guys this last update of the night. We were all waiting for it all day, so I figured I'd get on here. I have questions and comments open on the X space, but nobody's in. There's nobody there, so we'll just go ahead and wrap it up there. You guys can go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Please, guys, we got so many followers on X, 1,800 followers. If all 1,800 of you were subscribing to the channel, we'd have almost 2,000 subscribers right now on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share the show with all your friends because that really helps out the channel too. The more people you share us with, the more eyes get on us. So we'll go ahead and let you guys go there. Make sure you follow us on X and Facebook and all the other places at Wolfpack Media 92, and we will see you guys tomorrow with some more breaking news. We love you guys. Peace.